Hello, everyone, and welcome to what will almost certainly be another in a long-standing series of disasters with me, Amigo Aaron. It's a Friday night disaster stream, back again, loud and proud. Man, look at this chat. It's an intimidating group in here tonight. All genius experts, good-looking, and fine-mannered folks. I'm going to have to try to lift their expectations, and I will almost certainly fail. But that's what they've come to expect from the Friday Night Disaster. So, you're probably asking yourself, Amigo Aaron, you lazy bum, you're going back to the well one last time, and it's true. I can't stop, I won't stop until we've covered every overlooked coin-op conversion. But this is Overlooked Coin-Op Conversions 3, the final chapter, because there will be no more after this one. We're scraping the bottom of the barrel here, but I had so many of these that I wanted to get to that I thought, heck, let's go one more round and get back into it. And so we're going to picture, if you will, the last few weeks of the disaster streams and all the games I've played. I've probably played a couple dozen games or more, probably more than that. And we've had good games. We've had a lot of bad games. And this week, these are the games that I skipped the previous week. So I was like, I get to those later. Later is now, ladies and gentlemen. Later has come early. We're going to get into it right away. So the very first game, I thought, well, I'll try this out just to get everything started. And right away, it didn't work. So I had to go to my backup program to get this one to work, everybody. The first one we're going to look at here is the Atari arcade classic Stun Runner. Stun Runner, everybody. This is an Atari arcade game. One of my favorites, if I'm honest, in terms of racing. This was a game released in the arcades in 1989 in the U.S. and also in all over Europe. Stun Runner was a futuristic sort of a racing game. I always thought that this was sort of like the next progressive level from something like Road Blasters, which is another futuristic racing game that has shooting. That was also from Atari. When me and Boat went to Galloping Ghost a couple years ago at Coco Fest, I made a beeline over to this bad boy because to kind of get the full feel of this game, it helps if you sit down in the cool cabinet and get into it. And by God, that's what I did. You know, I don't have a whole lot of experience with the Amiga version, so it'll be kind of fun to see how it plays. Let's give it a shot right now, and then we'll look and see what Lemon thought of this. So right out of the gate, now you'll see the stars on the ground there. They're sort of to guide you. That's sort of like where you need to be in the lane. You can shoot with your button here. In the arcades, this has this uses like the same yoke or a similar yoke to like the Star Wars games, which was cool. You'll recall that Road Blasters had a kind of a wacky control as well. I've owned Road Blasters a couple times, and I love Road Blasters. I don't know which one I like more of, this or that one. They're both good. This is running at a pretty good clip, if I'm honest. That's not too bad there. You guys will let me know if you can't hear the sound or anything in the chat. We got a good chat in here tonight. I see the noob just staggered in. Of course, you got Picard in here, Rob Flacco here. Edvin, you've got 48K RAM, Adam Computer from Commodore Chronicles is in here. Santaro is in tonight. We've got a great crowd here that's all came in to see what we can come up with. Buck Owens in the house. A lot of great people here. I'm happy you guys all came out. Hopefully we can find something that might entice or interest you. So this level here is where they introduce the speed pads. You can see these little, like, I always assume these are like innocent buses that you're just blowing away. So I don't know if they actually spell out what they are, but you can shoot them. It's funny, when you play this in the arcade, they did a great job with the sense of speed on this. This is okay. Again, we're playing on the Mister. So you're going to get a little extra jack that you wouldn't have gotten on a standard 1200. The arcade also featured special buttons for your sonic wave thing on this one. You had to, I think Blue said forward, backward. We'll try it out here in a minute. That's not bad, though. It's got the voice. It's got the voice from the arcade, which is cool. The chick, I always like that. I'm sure that some chick that worked at Atari would not be surprised. And so you can see these get progressively more difficult. Control-wise, this seems okay. I'm using the, of course, the Neo Geo 8-bit DOE controller. I'll tell you, it's hard to get up those sides for whatever reason. Hey, what's up, Barkbit? Welcome in, man. Always a pleasure. The musical genius. Okay, these cars are indestructible, so you've got to avoid those. I believe those green stars you need to get. I've gotten very few of them. You can see when you have the boost, it makes it easier for you to get up the sides. Up. Now, if you run into these guys, and they'll run into you too sometimes. I think we're okay though. Usually, when you start to fail, you will know it. This thing makes a heck of a racket. I don't think there's any disadvantage from shooting a lot, so. We're almost out, and we made it. Not bad. This thing has a cool, like, intro. It tells you all the rules and stuff. Like I said, Atari, they had an interesting way of coming about games like this. I own a, me and Brent own a hard drive, and so there's a lot of aspects of hard driving in these too. It's just the way Atari operated. Their stuff had a lot of, they built on what they had accomplished in a lot of ways, and I think they were sort of tried to refine what they'd done. I mean, if you think about Road Blasters, for example, I mean, it was a simulated 3D looking game, but it wasn't really in 3D. Like, I mean, this is generating 3D here. This is a different type of game, but it's a more advanced game. But of course, it's, it comes with pluses and minuses. A game like Road Blasters wouldn't be accepted in the arcade after a certain amount of time because it would look too antiquated. Oh, come on. Doesn't mean it's not a good game, by the way. It's sort of like unpleasant adolescence of 3D that we experienced when the PlayStation became prominent back in that era, the N64 in particular, where you get that kind of, like, they're giving it a whirl. And even the old 8-bits had the same deal. Like, they were trying to make it work. Sometimes they got it right, but often it looked really bad. But this is not, I was led to believe that this wasn't that good, but this does not seem that bad to me. That's cool, a little jump right there. In the arcade, when you hit something like that, parts of your ship can blow off. We haven't seen that yet. I'm kind of waiting to see if we get that. I wish they had music, too. That's sort of missing. Man, everybody's living in cabins now. So normally, this would be a lot harder by now than it has been. So I'm waiting for the other shoe to fall here. Okay, yeah, so this one, they sort of want you to go all over. There's a pattern to this, which I'm not doing, by the way. You really want to build up a lot of speed here. Look at that, though. I mean, really, I wonder how this ran on a stock 500. I would wager you weren't getting as much action as you are on the Amiga here. I would call the controls okay. They're not the best. They're okay. What's up, Ricky? Good to see you, man. We're kind of cruising here. You can see our time over there. I don't know if we're going to come up against it or not. I will say this has done there it is. They added that. I was wondering if they would add the little woohoo in there. This seems a little bit easier than what you would see in the arcade normally, in my opinion. Okay, so now we're getting into this is flavor country here. So it's all tunnels. Okay, here we go. Let's get into it. That's a bad start. There's going to be a lot of curves in this one. The bad guys aren't as aggressively in your way as I'm used to, which is okay. You notice at the beginning of this, you could, again, exactly like Road Blasters, you could actually pick up a, you could decide what difficulty level you want to start on. Like, now I feel like we're coasting along here. Oh, shoot. We also haven't, like, in the arcade, you get additional parts to your ship. Which we haven't seen that yet. I hope that's still in here. Because that was, I mean, your ship started to look a lot cooler. You got sort of like a front on the ship. Again, not to beat a dead horse, but exactly like Road Blast, is where you augment your car with special weapons and stuff. Just a major part of that. I'd bet dollars to donuts that the same crew that did Road Blasters worked on this. Come on. I'll tell you what, it's hard to get that speed up. I don't know any. I'm pushing forward and we're not getting any additional speed. Like I said, if you'd hit that guy that many times, look at the time left. I mean, it's incredibly generous with the time.
Congratulations, Gun Runner.
Yeah, the weather's been a problem here in the States, where we've gone through an entire, I think it's been over 90 degrees every day this week. And this weekend it's going to be over 90, and also storm, added bonus. So we had some weird storms, like they called them tropical storms. Whoa, look at this. Okay, that's, I don't know if I've ever been to this level in the arcade. Cool. Man, now we're cooking. You're either not going fast or you're rolling. I love the ramp. I'll be interested to see what Lemon gives this, because, and the reviews. I mean, I think this is, I would call this better than I expected. How about that? A lot better. And I mean, as far as 3D games go on the Amiga, I'm hitting the wall a lot here, but you almost have to. I find this pretty darn good. Anybody in here played this one in the arcade? Look at that guy up there. I didn't realize I had this much success. I'd like to actually try the shockwave out. I'm going to try it out here, because we're going to move on here shortly. I'm trying to, it said move forward and backwards. There it is. Okay, so we do get that. What if they've got the second button going out? Look at that! Like, I've never gotten far enough in the arcade to see, like, any flying stuff, so that's pretty sweet. The Lynx, eh? The Lynx was an underappreciated little bit of kit there. Of course, Atari dropped the ball on that, too. Looks like the other buttons don't do any, that I'm out of those things. Let me see if I'm trying to think if I've got a, look at that, that's cool, man. There it goes. They're real cool if you can get them off and they travel a long distance.
Congratulations.
All right, so there you go. I think that's a pretty good look at that one. That's your Stun Runner, everyone. I actually quite like that. That's not bad at all, if I'm honest. We're going to move down the list here to my favorites area here. And we're going to see what we can get into here. So, let's see here. I'm going to reboot. By the way, we're playing on the Mister tonight, as always. Well, not always, but most of the time. And just in case you were wondering, the Neo Geo 8-bit dough. And then when we need mouse, and I think we will need the mouse for a couple of these, I've got the old standard here. The old wireless tank mouse. I think somebody know if these things are still available. The tank mouse. Hey, while we're at it, let's see how this reviewed. On Lemon, Stun Runner gets a, oh man, a 3.56. Holy smokes. Burial, big time Burial. Let's see what the magazines thought of it. They also buried it. The average magazine rating 45. Holy smokes. So I'm guessing that game was not well received, if you know what I mean. I think I have a feeling that game was too slow on a standard machine. That's just my guess, because that's a vicious Burial. So, with all that said, we're moving along. You can see here I've got a goodly amount of stuff here, and in no particular order. I'm going to get one out of the way here that we played a couple weeks ago, but I had it on my list because no one's heard of this game. And the only reason I know about it is I actually owned this game. In fact, I think me and Britt still own the game and the control panel for the game. And that's Mercs from Capcom. Mercs was a 3-player game. I'm trying to think in the style of, I don't know how you, it's not really in the style of anything. I don't know how many of you have heard of this game. I thought it was a pretty slick looking game, and this is back in the day where me and Brent bought everything. I mean, we bought everything that there was to buy, and this was one of the ones we bought back when it came out. We got a sweet deal. You could get arcade stuff real cheap back in those days, and we did. We got a real good deal on this one. All right. So again, in the arcade version, you can play 3 players. Let's give this thing a shot here. Let me see how I actually get it to start. Would be a good push button. I'm hitting button. There we go. Gosh, it took it long enough. So you don't get to choose your guy in this. Okay, that's the mega. So they have the WHD low people have made it so it's 2 buttons, which is nice. Capcom, you don't think of Capcom as being like the crappy port master, but man, we've played a lot of games from Capcom on this show the last few weeks. But this, I mean, I'm not saying this is crappy. I'm just saying it's from Capcom. This was the sequel to Commando. Okay, you're right. I didn't know that either. I did not know that. You can see here you've got a life bar. You've also got a super bomb that looks like a little bit something like that. This game's not easy. I just picked up some spinach. Right, I mean, I'll give you that, said Tara, but I mean, they didn't have any qualms about licensing their stuff out to, you know, substandard. Man, I should have wasted that bomb at the beginning. Oh. We got 4 credits. Let's continue. There it goes. Look at you, Happy Coding. I'm going to name you Happy Wiki Coding. It's like you know it all. You're the all-knowing, all-seeing, man. Duke Nukem with a mullet. Yeah, I think it's a pretty decent description. In terms of game feel and stuff, I mean, really, as far as these sorts of games go, this feels okay. I always think these games are too hard. I find this one harder than the arcade version, if you want the honest truth. I thought maybe I've just played it more, you know. Of course, having the arcade version, you've got more real estate, I think. That helps. Oh, those are headstones. But they were pickups. I don't think the bullets are real. Well, I'll tell you, the guys get behind you real easy on this, too. I mean, really, what can you do in a situation like that? Because they wander in from the back. So in the arcade version, yeah, here we go. I would say this is... the Jeep's not what I would... I mean, the Jeep's not that good. My God. It's... That was bizarre. Hey, Soup. Sorry, Soup. I saw what you wrote. Yeah, welcome in, Super. Everybody give Soup happy birthday wishes. His birthday was earlier this week. Oh, man. Let's get up here. I thought I blew up that stupid tank. I can't remember if me and Bo ever covered this game. I've been trying to. There's a couple games that we're gonna try tonight that we did cover. So even though they're obscure, I think a lot of people just don't even know these games were in the arcade. Some of them. I need that burger bad. You know, Commando was a game I never got on with all that well, but when me and Britt played it, I believe that was a game we played on the 7800, and I did have a good time playing it. And boy, it is a lot like this. Holy smokes. Oh, God! I don't even know what killed me right there. This seems... I mean... I don't know what's killing me. Alright, well, there's a reason why you haven't heard of that one, folks. That's one where you hook up the cheats, if you want my opinion, and try that one when you are desperately bored. That one is the old Mercs. So, yeah, that could... 48K RAM. You smarty pants, you. Let's try something that I don't remember trying anyway. So, gosh, there's so many of these that I have at least had a cup of coffee with. Oh, God. Well, let's get this out of the way. So there's a game that I think it may have won my worst game of the year a couple years ago. If not, it was in there. It's called Thunderblade. This game sucks. This sucks. I played this on the Master System, I believe, and it was god-awful, but it sucks everywhere. I didn't even like the arcade version. Thunderblade. By the way, just to close up Mercs, on Lemon, Mercs is a 5.88, and the magazine's given an overall score of 74, so I'd call that, I think that's a pretty fair assessment of that game. So Thunderblade is widely regarded as excrement. But we'll, hey, I could be wrong. We'll find out here. The arcade isn't as bad. I'll give you that. Here we go. Take off, eh? What? Well, there we go. I knew I had button. Oh, man. It's all coming back to me. Jeez. I'm trying to figure out how to get speed going. Oh, same button as the fire. That's inconvenient as heck. Oh. You're the only one, Soup. So you're telling me, Soup, that you love this version of Thunderblade? Something tells me maybe there was some alcohol involved the last time you played this game. Oh, no! Oh, no! How could this happen? Not during Thunderblade. Let's try it one more time. Just for reference, by the way, while this thing's loading up on Lemon, they've given this one a big score of 4.01, which is actually quite horrible. Let's get this thing going. At least this time we can get off the ground. Oh! Instant death is no fun. You should be a game producer, noob. I think that should be something everyone knows. Someone should have tried this game and thought to themselves, maybe dying like this is not going to be enjoyable for the player. All right, I'm going to be ready this time. Go, go, go! I like the idea of multiple viewpoints and stuff. That's cool. Something tells me Sega's going to have more than a few games in tonight's festivities. Oh, God! This is like a crappy... It's like... If you ever played there's a Laserdisc game called Cobra Command. If Cobra Command and Star Fox had an ugly, stupid child, this might be it. I will say I'm doing better than I did on the Master System version. Oh, by the way, this reminded me. There's a great game on the Intellivision called the Dreadnought Factor. It's a great game. It's also on the Atari 8-bits, but it's funny. They're different games. They're the same game, but they're from different vantages. I just saw that they've made a sequel on the Intellivision for this game. And so that's something you should look into. If you haven't played a Dreadnought Factor on either machine, it's a great game. All right, I had enough of that, everybody. That one I knew was a dud, but might as well get it out of the way here. That's your old Cobra Command. Horrible. Horrible game. See if I can exit this thing. There we go. All right. We can cross that one off the list. Now, let's try something that may be popular amongst you. And I really don't know if I've played this on the Amiga, but I saw this on the list, and so yep, good one. Hey, what's up, Porthal? So everyone likes a good old-fashioned shmup, right? I know I do. And so this one is called Darius Plus. Darius Plus. I've played Darius. I looked, and I had to look. This was in the arcade. It's Darius Plus. In fact, I had to check it off. Some of these games were so obscure, I was like, okay, let's look at this one. So this one does not have high limit score, but we'll give it a shot anyway. Takia, I can't read that. Soundtrack by Uncle Art. He should be the artist, shouldn't he? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I don't think so, though. All right. Press fire to play. I'm ready. Yikes. Creepy soup. Ha 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 ha. Oh, okay. The warning's out. Oh, man. Well, it's not exactly what I expected. I had to look this up on the arcade and see what it looks like. Maybe it looks... Oh, God! Oh, no! Sorry, I panicked, everybody. Yeah. Yeah. I can't quite tell what I can and can't pick up. I know one thing. Don't run into the roof. Look how little space they give you. My God! Okay, is that something good? It is! Hey, we got music and sound effects. That's something. All right. Okay, you don't touch those. Those are bad. Oh, it's a burial. Don't be burying Amos. Texas Foosballer. It's good to see you, Tex. I bet it's hotter than double super death in Texas right now. Tex. I'd have to have a personal air conditioning suit to walk around out there. Man, I can't tell what's happening. This is the problem here. The frame rate's what I would go. Ah! Now does that seem fair? What's up, Jor? Thanks for chopping in, man. Welcome in. We're playing Amiga games that were coin-op conversions you've never heard of. Or, if you have heard of them, coin-op conversions that you probably didn't want to see happen. Like this one's a good example. I will say Darius is a real popular series. I'm sure a lot of you know that. And so you would think that they would, you know, do a better job. But again, I haven't played this one in the arcade, so maybe this is what it looked like. But I have a feeling it did not. Uh-oh. I made it happy. Don't worry. I'm gonna beat this guy down. Here he comes. Giant fish. You called it happy. Oh, God. This fish wants human sticks, if you know what I mean. Oh, no. Well, at least we got to see the end boss for Darius Plus. So, in case you're wondering, Darius Plus, the fine people at Lemon give this one a 3.84. Let's see when this is out in the arcade. Be interested in looking at this. Darius Plus. Let's see what we can find here. Let's see here. Let's try that. Okay. The video game. I say the original Darius, which I think this is effectively, was out in 87. I'm looking at a screenshot here. It looks similar to what we just played, but better, as you can imagine. So, yeah, that's one I probably would not recommend, everybody. Like I said, the people at Lemon weren't happy with it. Now, you can't take these Lemon scores totally to heart, because sometimes you only got one or two people vote on these things. That's why me and the crew are trying to get in there and vote more. But this one has a pretty decent amount of votes. Okay, so let's move on to... let's try some different stuff here. Okay. This was a game I saw in the arcade tons of times, but never really played all that much because it looked really hard. And I also don't think this is one I've played a whole lot on the Amiga. You may or may not recognize this one. You know it's micro style. It's double gold. This is Xenophobe, everybody. The Ballet Midway game. Let's get the scoop on this one. If I could only spell, it would be so awesome. Let's try that. There we go. So Xenophobe in the arcade debuted again, 1987. That seems to be the year. Let's give this thing a whirl here. I believe you can also, I think there's one way to play with the mouse. I seem to remember that. Music on, sound effects. Let's turn the sound effects on. Uh-oh. Press 1, choose your next character. Dr. Quack. Let's go with Dr. Quack. 87 was, well, yeah. Who's played this one? In the arcade. This is one I saw in the arcade quite a bit back in the day. Let me fix up the screen a little bit here. If you think you're going to play Amiga games without doing some screen manipulation, you're sorely mistaken. That's not how the Amiga rolls. All right, let's fire this sucker up. I believe the arcade version this was a 3-player cabinet. Okay. The controls in this are always kind of wacky. Let's see if we can figure it out. Oh, no. Man, right out of the gate. Can we get out of this room? Let's get out of here. Jiminy Christmas. I don't know what that must just be a sign. Oh, God! Run! This actually, I'll have to say, this looks pretty oh, God! This looks pretty close to the arcade, and controls okay. I mean, let me rephrase that. It controls all like the arcade. Look at that. You've got access to all your gun moves. Oh, yeah. Really, that's the best way to travel. No, we want that phaser. Oh, God. Maybe it's just the same thing we've got. Let's go. Yeah, well, I mean, oh, God. Let's get the better gun. Can we? I'd love to kill one. Yeah. Heal. Is that the big button? Do I need to hit that? That ain't good. Oh, I'm out of here. Okay. Oh, come on. It's not that bad. I bet this is on the... I wouldn't be surprised at all if this was on the Atari. I mean, this looks pretty similar to the arcade. I mean, really, I think. Is it just me? Maybe I'm just feeling particularly charitable this evening because I've seen the lineup. But I mean, I was expecting this to be real bad, and I don't find it to be that horrible. Now, granted, this isn't a game I played a whole lot. And we're also dealing with one button here. I mean, I'll tell you what, these ships, I don't know what we're on these ships to do, but they are totally overran. Oh, God. Get off me. I'm trying to collect as much as I can. I don't know if this stuff chases you or... Oh, God. Maybe that's the problem. I haven't been killing all the stuff in the room. I'm going to kill everything here. No. Man, you've got every conceivable crawl in this. I will say that. There's a floppy disk. No. You get a lot more time, it seems like, in this level. What was that? Oh, he's throwing... Creepy. There's a lot of pickups in this. Oh, God. Good night, Bark. Thanks for hanging out. I'm having to, I'm getting this to play for a while and the initial amount of health that I got. Okay, I guess you can't really clear these places out, can you? I don't know if going room to room, I guess, is actually a help or not either. I don't think I'm going to make it out of here. Doesn't look good. Beam me out. I got 2 health. No. That one, I thought that was okay. You guys didn't like that one, huh? Let's see what they thought about this one. Now, on Amiga, on Limit Amiga, this one gets a respectable 7.53, which is a pretty good score, and the overall magazine average was 77. I think that's fair. So I don't know. Maybe I'm getting soft. I thought that was okay. I don't hate that. All right. So, that was Xenophobe. We're going through these a little bit quick tonight because I've got a few more than I would normally have. So, man, there's so many of these I've been putting off. Let's try. You know, people love this game. At least some people do. I didn't really play it that much in the arcade. This one's called APB. I remember, I think this is the game in the arcade that had the cab that had like flashing lights on it, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was this one. I think me and Britt were talking about that. That's pretty cute. Okay, that looks pretty good. Walking Circles? That's who made this? I've never heard of that developer. And they actually made, let's see, they did APB, Race Driving, Rugby the World Cup, and Skull and Crossbones. They were what I would call a prolific publisher, or I mean, developer. So, APB in the arcade. I'm gonna look and see if this was the one that had the cool. Yeah, this one did have the cab that had the police flashers on it. I remember seeing the arcade cabinet. But it's funny, when I saw this game, this is another Atari game. I don't remember thinking this one seemed like that big a deal to me. So, I'll turn the sound up a little bit so you can hear it. So let's give this one a whirl. I've played this very few times. Turn wheel to select day. We better stick with the world's worst day. Okay. Aim at litter bug and tap the siren one time. Okay. I don't know exactly where I'm supposed to be. Oh. I need to fix the bottom of the screen on this one. It's a little bit too low. Ignore that for a second. I want to, because I can't see the bottom of the screen here. No, that is the bottom. That's the bottom. So it's not me. That's the actual, that's the way they did it. That's odd. Why would you do that? That is real strange. I don't get that. Does somebody want to, like, guide me as to what we're... Like, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. Oh, that guy's littering. Okay, we got that guy. Wow. And then they throw me in the garbage. That's not nice. Let's try that again. Aim at cone and tap siren.
Car 54, return to station.
Oh, shoot. Let me fix that screen hop. Avert your eyes, everybody. Wow. That thing does not like the capture card. It's weird that it just started there. Man. I don't know about this game. It might be. Because I've got this thing set up for PAL. Let's look. That would explain some of the things. Okay, so we're going to look for perks. So if you hit anything, you die. Or you get demerits. I'm assuming as you go through the game, you, Okay. Okay. I think I'm getting the hang of it. Probably shouldn't hit that guy.
R54, return to station.
Oh, crap. Interesting, so you actually can go backwards. Oh! Maybe you shouldn't do that, though. Oh, that was cheesy. The guy actually can't. Something tells me I need to go a block over. Is this the station? It looks like the station. You know, I'm not going to poo-poo this. I mean, technical issues aside with the Mister, this might be halfway decent. It's got some humor. You know, it looks okay. If you're into that sort of thing. Oh, I'm still going. Ram suspect off the road. Okay. It looks like the Brent. If Brent, like, got some blonde highlights. Let's see if we can find this guy. If only it were that easy just to arrest people by just, like, hitting your horn. Oh, you can't. Okay. That's neat that you can go. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. That's not bad. I mean, that might be something. I'm not going to poo-poo it, especially given the weirdness of the screen issues on that. That wasn't bad. Let's see let's see how that did on Lemon. Let's see here. Lemon gave it a 6.42. Magazines gave this an 82. So it was pretty popular. Man. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. Where were we? Let's try. You know, Sega has a lot of entries in this. Here's one. I didn't like this in the arcade, and I doubt I'm going to like it here. It's G-LOC 360. One would wonder why this even got a home port, frankly. I recall, if I recall correctly, G-LOC is one of those games where you, like, sit in the cool chair and it spins around, you know, that shtick. And you're not going to be getting that on the Amiga. I can tell you that right now. But we'll give it a whirl. Maybe it'll be fun. Don't hold back, Soup. What do you think of G? What's your opinion of G-LOC, man? That's pretty good. Good tune. Yeah. Look at that. I like these games that have the cool, like, young man intro. It's like, look, Deathbringer missiles and guns. Got everything you want. Let's give this a whirl. Oh, man. So this one may be one that you use the mouse with. We better... Let me see here. Let's try the joystick first. Oh, my God. I didn't catch a word of that. Okay, shoot the enemies. Got it. Okay. I don't see anybody. This is already better than I thought it would be, if I'm honest. I did not expect it. Because I played Afterbirth on the Amiga, and I thought it was no good. This, I feel like I've got more control. I am firing. I guess when you get one on you. Oh, God. I love the crotch cam. Thanks for that. I don't know what happened. Up! Well, nuts. Let's try that one more time. Alright, let's try that again. I'm going to change the... Let's go there. Let's try sensitivity low. I said that was a load screen you can't see these days. Crackdown, I actually played that on stream a couple months ago, and it is awesome. I know that one I know of. I don't have that in my list, but it's the reason I don't have it in here is because I thought, you know, I thought that one was pretty well known, but I could be wrong. Here's my crotch, everybody, look. Jeez. You know, I can't, why can't I blow any of this stuff up? Is there a space bar or something? No. Look at all those guys. How can I not shoot you? They're right there. Look. God. All right. This could have been a contender, but it's not a contender. Let's see what the... I got a feeling I know the answer to this before I even type it in, but... Let's see what they thought here about old G-LOC. G-LOC could be a good rap name, by the way, in case you're looking for one. Yeah, Lemon gave this 4.22. Some people actually, the first name here was talking about how great this was, but I don't know, man. The magazines gave this an average of 52%. So, let me look at this thing here. Shoot your missile. Well, where's the missile at? I have a feeling I shot all my missiles straight away. I mean, that one, listen, I'm not going to bury that because the actual engine wasn't that bad. I didn't think it was that bad, Soup. I don't know, I must be getting soft. That's another one. I must be being too easy on these games. You know, we played a few games last on the first show that were arcade conversions that were clones, and I've got another one here. It's from the same outfit that did Popeye. It's cloned. I would call this a pretty obscure arcade machine called Bagman. This game's called Bagitman. That's a cute little... I like the... oh, look at that, everybody. There you go. That's fancy schmancy. I love that. Yes, the magnifying glass really works. They want to make sure you know. I love the days where you could just put your address on there and it was all, and no one cared. Don't sell this game without permission. I love it. Call Bip Boy. I'm not sure I've ever seen this particular rendition. So this is from the C64, and they up. Let's put the Amiga graphics on. I want those. Let's see how many players. Well, one player. So this is, whoa! This is Bagman. I think I like it running this fast. I think this is the proper speed for Bagman. Maybe a little fast. Man, the warden is on my tail. It's funny, the Coco has an unofficial version of this too. Man, I'm not getting any. This is super speedy. I like the graphical. Let's see here. This has 2-player simultaneous play, which the arcade didn't have either. Anybody ever seen Bagman in the arcade? Man, what's going on with that ladder? Not off to a good start here with this screw here. Oh, I'm trying to get in that little thing. I mean, has anyone heard? Am I the only person on Earth that knows what Bagman is? Because most people are, hey, what's up, Double A? I just see that geek. That's what you get, son. Get this thing out of here. And Super Bagman. Which actually we're covering that on Summer of Arcade, if you can believe it. Look at that. He died and stayed in the elevator. That didn't seem fair. Man, look how desperately that guy's trying to get up here. Good luck, sucker. You're kidding me. You've got to be kidding me, Centauro. Those aren't real games. Tell me those aren't real games. I've never heard of those. Would you stop? You had me going for a split second. Jeez. Jeez. I thought you were being serious. God. I'm getting gullible. Whoop. Can I do it? Get 1 bag of money in the wheelbarrow. Go! No, Bagman, no! Don't climb all the way to the top, you idiot. There it is. Let's kill one of these screws. Oh, he's not up here. That's okay. We'll just go get some money instead. Here we go. This isn't bad, though. I like. I mean, it's running a little bit too quick. Probably would on a normal Amiga. It'd probably run at the correct speed. Would you stop? Don't you start happy. I also want to meet the person who's completed any level of this game. If you've ever completed on any version. Man, now I'm kicking all kinds of tail at this game. With these 2 idiots stuck down there. Uh-oh. What am I doing? Why would I do that? Oh, God. I'm not going back. I'm just going to let those guys screw around. I'll go over here. There we go. Oh, yeah. We're covering it this month on the Summer of Arcade. Actually, plug. If you haven't been watching the Summer of Arcade Amigo stuff, we just did Rastan today. Which is it's a mostly faithful recreation of Rastan. I think the #1 thing most people know about Rastan is it's got awesome tunes, which is true. Oh, God! Oh. Man, I'm having unparalleled success here at this suddenly. It's a freestyle. Would you stop? Not you too. Man, I'm gonna clear this whole screen of cash if I can get past this thing. Oh no! Oh, God! Oh, I knew it. Death by cart. That is the Bagitman, everybody. Bagitman. That's pretty good. 2-player simultaneous. That would be fun. So, I'll give that one a high score. I'll see if they actually did this on Lemon. Bagitman. They sure did. This has got to get a good score. 6 1/4. on this one. This one didn't get picked up by the mags of the day for the obvious reasons. All right, moving right along. Oh man, I've been putting off these gun games, but we're gonna have to do one here. So let's try. Let's see here. Let's play Cabal, which I believe I'm pretty sure me and Boat covered this somewhere, but I don't know where. So this is Cabal. I got my mouse ready. Oh, look at that. I think me and Bo played this on the ZX Spectrum, maybe. Hey, then you're a happy man, my friend. Man, it's an ocean of oceans. I like that. How come they didn't use that more? That was cool. Okay, this looks okay so far. Let's see how I think you mouse play this, F1. Okay. Oh. Maybe you do play it with the stick. Oh, you do? Okay. I'm dead. There goes the wall. Oh, dadgummit. I saw that one coming. Good God. Oh! Good thing you give me 6,000 men. Okay, I gotta figure this out. So if you don't shoot, you run. What hit me? Oh, I guess that's the shrapnel off that grenade. Man, this is challenging. This is better than whatever version I played before. I'm pretty sure I played this. Maybe I played this on the ST. It was some other computer. I don't think I put it on here. God. Holy smokes. All right. And nothing's happening. Let me start that again. I want to see something here. I'm pretty sure I saw an option here. And yeah, we don't want to do that. Let's not do that. I want to see. Let's get unlimited lives in this sucker too. Now, I want to use the keyboard. I want to see how the mouse and the keyboard feel. I think we might be on to something with that going that route. Or it might be keyboard. It might be the joystick and the mouse. Let's find out. I assume the mouse is involved. Okay. No, no, nope. Okay, even turning that off, I don't get the mouse. Jeez. What was that? What shot me there? Oh, yeah. I'm the man with the golden gun. No! I like the idea of this game. A run around and shoot game. I mean, but I mean, it's just so freaking hard. My God. Okay. If I get the thing is, the second you try to look and see what you're doing, that's when you get brutally killed. Oh, like that. Like I couldn't, there was nowhere to go. That stupid tank. Look at that guy. What was he doing back there? Maybe if I could catch them before they get on the screen. That's the key. Die, you stupid tank. Oh no, my foot. You know something else that would have made this game better? A health bar. The one-hit kills. Come on. Just how that grenade disappears. Jeez. Man, for a minute there, I had him going. Also, the levels are too freaking long. Come on. Hey, I finally killed the tank. Oh, another tank? Oh, God. Ah. This is frustrating as hell. I'm trying to keep killing. It's hard. They won't stay dead. Oh! Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez. Do you have to make it look like a dork? That sucked. What was with that? This wall doesn't last for 2 seconds. Look at that shot. Why are these guys throwing World War I era grenades? Like, what year is this? I wonder if I'm getting any better at this, or I'm just getting lucky. I don't feel like I'm getting better. Sorry, there is no witty rapport here. As I'm, oh God, Airwolf. Ah. Now I'm out of shade over here too. Shoot. Man, if you stay out in the middle of the screen, you're boned. You got 0 chance. Oh! Airwolf! Oh yeah, I put it on unlimited lives. Dadgummit, I thought I was getting better at the game. It's just that I forgot I put it on unlimited lives. Alright, that's Cabal, everybody. Hey, what's up, Brockster? You're just in time for the pain, my friend, of Cabal. Let's see what Cabal scored up here. Kind of interested to know. That was I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it, but you know, I mean, 6.42 on that one, and the magazines 75%, not bad. Let's see when that came out in the arcade. Let's see here. Yeah, this one came out in 1988. So, again, in that magic time. Hey, what's up, Mountain Stars? Good to see you, man. I always enjoy when you come in. Check us out. I'm playing Overlooked Amiga coin-op conversions tonight. We're finishing up the series. And since we just played a game where you run around and shoot stuff, let's try... Let's see here. Let's try something that doesn't involve direct killing. God, it seems like every game on this list involves direct killing. Well, screw it. let's just play something that is exactly direct killing. ESWAT Cyber Police. Who remembers this one? ESWAT Cyber Police. Let's see when this came out. 1989 in the arcade, everybody. This is another Sega joint. I like the tune. Okay, let's give this one a whirl. That's kind of cool. Yeah. I've got another one here, not to be confused with RoboCop as well. Oh, okay, you've experienced with this one, Brock. You can tell us how this version fares with the Mega Drive version. Okay, I'm looking for a fat guy that breathes fire. That's me after a certain type of food. Here we go. Okay. What?
Hey, let's party.
Let's party. Okay. I like the controls. Does he jump? No. Oh, this is like RoboCop. You weren't kidding. Oh, you sucker. Okay. Skateboarder with a crowbar. Get out of here. Okay. Yeah. That was satisfying. Oh, you can jump. My God, this is a lot like RoboCop, isn't it? Except, let me see if I can. I was never good at RoboCop. Maybe I'll be better at this. Your guy does not rapid fire. That's for sure.
Get out of my way.
Oh, I think the fat fire breather's here. That seems fair. Oh, God. Have I hurt this guy even once? I'm not even sure. Oh, I hit him. My God, that was hard. He was tough. Let's go after the guy with the boomerang. Yeah. I like Bad Dudes an awful lot. It could also be on this list, but I think most people know about Bad Dudes. There you go. This, I don't like this that much. I'll be honest with you. It's got more, like, I don't know, slightly better than Tandy graphics. It's I mean, it controls okay, I guess. I'd like to have better power-ups too. These power-ups suck. Whoops. It's a boomerang guy. Okay. Look how tall he is. This guy's got some killer kneecaps. The digitized speech is okay. Man, Sega cranked these games out back in the day. So, Brock, is this better or worse than the Mega Drive version? I think I know the answer, but... Downtown Liquor. This part really reminds me of... Man, that was an easy bunch to get through. God, jumping in this is not the easiest. My God. I'm really having problems jumping. Like, why isn't that hitting him? Explain that one to me. I just shot straight up. Oh, look at that. Oh! What now? It is RoboCop. The old dirty Duffy. Looks like he's wearing a urinal. Oh, at least we get a better entry now. Yeah. We shoot a swarm of bullets now, too. Look at these geeks. Shoot! What, the suit's not armor-proof? It's a... Okay, well... Ha ha! That's a good one, Mountain Stars. Yes, Timu. Well, let's see how this will fare with the folks over at Lemon. You may be surprised to know that this got a 3.27 from the Lemon people. The magazines gave this a 53%. A total dud, everybody. I would avoid ESWAT, Cyber Police. That might be one to try on the beloved Mega Drive. Well, let's try this one. Here's another one from Sega. While we're on the subject, this is another game I didn't play much in the arcade, but some of you might have. It's called Alien Syndrome. Alien Syndrome. Let's give this one a whirl. Anybody played this in the arcade? Okay, let's see when this one came out. So this came out in the arcades, and guess when? 87. And the same year, this came out for the Mega Drive, so they've moved this thing fast. I don't know if I've played this. Let's give this a whirl here. Sound on, one player. Oh, you can play let's see, 2 players. Okay. I like games where you can't start the game with your joystick. That makes it fun. Alright, I can't remember what button it was. Get back to that screen. That's kind of creepy. I guess that's what they're going for. Well, shoot. What was the button? Was it Deadgummit. Was it F10? It was. Oh, look at this. So, you really got a lot of choices here. Let's take the chick. Okay. Okay. Listen, it's straightforward. Can I run out of bullets? I don't think so. Oh, I guess that's your friend. You don't get any hit points on this. So, once you get hit once, you're toast. This is pretty straightforward gameplay. Boy, this would play a lot better if it was a twin-stick shooter. Was this a twin-stick shooter in the arcade? I'm gonna look here. Let's see here. I don't think so. It says here this is what was a bestseller for the Master System. That's a shame. I think they would have. Let's try that again. Yeah. Take the dude this time. I just noticed there's a list of your comrades at the bottom. There's one. Okay. Listen, at least I know what it is and what I'm supposed to do. I'm okay with that. There's one of our boys. No man left behind. Oh God, oh God! Get up, geek. I'm not going to get killed by Jello. Man, some of this, some heavy duty booty here. All right. Oh, dadgummit. Ah. Okay. That's not bad. That's not the worst. It's not the worst. Let's see how it did on the limit. Gave it a 6.23. Huh. It's developed by Soft Tech International, who also developed Darius Plus, by the way. He did the Garfield games, Soldiers of Light, Snoopy. So they were kind of a lower. I mean, listen, I haven't played the arcade game, but if that's sort of what it is, it's okay. It's okay. That's the best I can say about that one. We're moving on. So, oh man, okay. We're getting down to the ones I've been putting off. Here's a game I would not have thought this got ported to any system, if I'm completely honest. And I don't know what to expect, because I used to see this in the arcade, but I never played it. I mean, I saw it a couple times. It's called Exterminator. Anybody played Exterminator? Let's give this a whirl. That's true. I think this is a mouse game. I think. This is another... This is from the assembly line. They did pretty decent work. So, let's see here. So this one, this is from 1990 on the Amiga. Assembly line did Xenon 2 Mega Blast, which is a pipe dream interface. So they had some decent titles. See when this came out in the arcade. 'Cause this is what I did see at least once in the arcade. Well, let's give it a whirl here. I'm pretty sure it's a mouse game. Okay. Oh no, it is a joystick game apparently. No, what's happening here? Too low to pound. What am I doing wrong here, game? Hold on, everybody. I'm gonna try to figure this out. Doesn't seem to like the joystick or the mouse that much. This is weird. Yeah, but I've tried the joystick and it doesn't do anything. Oh, I can use the joystick as a second player. Okay, let's try that. Am I crashing the bugs or am I crashing? I guess I'm supposed to crash the cans. This looks okay. I mean, they did a pretty good job on this. That was its claim to fame. Was its. So you can also grasp stuff. But surely you don't want you to grasp the bees, do they? Man, this is bizarre. It gets weirder than this, even. There's some way to shoot. I was shooting a minute ago. Yeah, don't squeeze the bees, turns out. Yeah. I'm not sure you're meant to be on this level this long, either, Happy. This is madness. Yay? Yeah, no kidding. I'd like to see the pitch line for that. Anybody played this on the Amiga before? I was quite surprised when I found this. Because I did not expect it to be... I didn't expect it to have any ports, frankly. Sure was hoping they'd change the music up by the next level, but nope. You wonder what I'm doing. If I pull down on the joystick and hit the button, he does the slam. If I just hit the button, he tries to grab. But if I grab the bees, it hurts. Like, I have no idea how I got past that. Yeah, sorry. I want to see this level, then we'll move on. But, I mean, we're already here. And let's face it, we're probably never coming back. So, why not? These are spiders. I'd like to grab that. Can I grab that? Okay, screw it. I didn't turn on any cheats or anything to this, so I mean, whatever I'm doing. Yeah, Soup, this is something. I think I had enough of that one, so that's Exterminator, everybody. I play him so you don't have to. So Lemon gives this one a 4.59. And the first comment I think sums it up. It's an interesting concept that just doesn't quite work. This got a magazine rating of 77. You can see how that'd be popular in the mags, given the look of it, you know. But yeah, not so good. Here's one you might have heard from the arcade. And I never liked this that much on the home versions. The arcade, there were a couple I liked. This one is called Bionic Commando. Bionic Commando. Let's give this thing a whirl. Look at that. pretty good screen there. It's an odd choice for tunes, but what the heck? Looks like we've got all of it on the screen. Let's give it a whirl. Hey, Dave Velociraptor. What's going on, Dave? It's good to see you, man. Holy smokes, is that slow? Good lord. Okay, well, we know what we're up against anyway. And the bad guys aren't nearly as slow. What's happening here? Oh, okay. Let's see if we can kill some of these suckers and get out of here. Oh. Man, this is worse than I thought it would be. Horrible. Yeah. I played this on the NES back in the day a little bit. It's got a whole different version. This is not that good, everybody. I know you're stunned. Oh, right in the spikes. That's dirty pool. Hey, what's up, AA? Awkward, Aardvark in the house. Good to see you, man. The base is up here. Look at that guy was right on top of me. Get off me! I knew he was going to get me. Get off me! Christ. Okay. What's happening? There we go. I can't tell you how horrible this is. I can't tell you how slow and stupid it is. I mean, this was a game that was pretty well received in the arcade, and this is just the dirt worst. The dirt worst. And I'm going to look up the makers of this so we can all mock and ridicule them. This isn't one of those games like they ran out of time or something. They didn't care. That's the bottom line on this. There's no way. There wasn't a time crunch that would have necessitated this. That stinks. That stinks, everybody. That is horrible. Let's see who to blame here. Because that is the oh god. 4.56 on limit. I think that's way too high. This was developed by Software Creations, who actually have done good stuff. Bubble Bobble, Ghouls and Ghosts, Jet Set Willy 2. In fact, they're going to do a game we're getting ready to look at. Well, they sucked at that. That sucked. Horrible. It's one of the worst ones we've played. And that's saying something. That is god-awful. Let's look at another one of their offerings that's less awful. We actually covered this on the show, but it's another game that I don't think a lot of people knew was in the arcade. And this is another game I played when I was in college. It's Sly Spy Secret Agent. I always thought this was an awesome game. I'm a big James Bond fan. So this has got me where I live. I just love it. I love this game in the arcade. So we did cover this on the show. Look at that. I can't shrink the script or raise the script anymore on this because it will it actually extends out. I mean, I like the arcade okay, but it's not the best, you know. It's okay. I think this is the one where they thought they had a Bond license and they didn't get it, and so they were like, we don't need it. Let's do it ourselves. This level always abuses me because I just think about what people in the ground are thinking, as like all these bodies rain down, rain down on these poor people. If you ever saw Crank, I believe it was the first Crank, where he actually has gunfight in midair, and there are bodies raining down. By the way, if you haven't seen Crank, that's Jason Statham's finest film. I mean, outside of the, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and the Guy Ritchie movies. But I mean, man, I love Crank, and I think Crank 2 is pretty funny too. Crank 2 is like the Gremlins 2 of the Crank series. Hey, what's up, Pixels of Dawn? You got that right, brother. Look at that. That's a ripoff of Bond. I believe that was, gosh, which movie was it where he did that? It's where he was skiing down the path. That's it. No dog. No time for dogs. Get out. Look at this guy. Get out of here. Look at that. Look at the graphics on that. It looks good. This game's in the same tradition as Bad Dudes. It's another one of my guilty pleasures. Also helped me fail out of college. In fact, there's the soda pop from Bad Dudes. Oh, no. Man, that was quick. I guess it's did a pretty decent job here. Oh, yeah. Spy Who Loved Me. Thank you. Oh, we'll be getting to that, Pix. This is a more creative game than Bad Dudes, though, because you get more Bond action in this. I will say it runs at a better clip in the arcade. Data East was on fire, and at this point, they were making some great stuff. I remember when they got this, there was an arcade across from the student center when I went to Marshall, and they had WWF Superstars, they had WrestleMania, the arcade game, but they had this too. And this was one I played a lot, just because I just thought it was funny. It's the funny, easy, good time type game. Put some quarters in it, beat it with your buddies. Although I can't recall if I think this did have a two-player. I think you could play 2 players at this in the arcade. I have to look that up. So when I got this for the Amiga, man, I was so happy. I never thought this would get a home release. Yeah, I love Data East. I like a lot of their stuff. Oh, here we go. Ah! They really need to give you a little more action on that game over screen. Not the guy with the mohawk. I like the music. It's straight out of like a Japanese rip-off spy movie from the 90s. That generic sort of action. If you missed it, like last week or 2 weeks ago, we did the cloned version of shoot. Hold on a second here. I gotta think. Go up the ladder, Bond. We did the clone version of Spy Hunter. That's on the Amiga. That's really good. So if you're looking for a decent version of Spy Hunter, which I think that might have been another game. There have been several games that thought they were getting the Bond license. Those off-the-screen grenades, I could do without those, I'll be honest. If you collect all the stuff you need in this, you get the golden gun. Now, we used to have a game in our pizza place from Data East. It was called Heavy Barrel. And in Heavy Barrel, you could assemble this huge gun. It was sort of similar to this. And when you get the golden gun, then you go bananas. You've got some huge shots. They shoot these big fireballs. Of course, that's from my favorite Bond movie of all time is The Man with the Golden Gun. I love that movie. It had Christopher Lee in it. It had Roger Moore. It was great movie. And my favorite, it had J.W. Pepper in it. I like goofy, gadgety. I love that stuff. It had the infamous twisting jump in the car. So there you go. I like that game. Look at that. It died at the end, but I still like it. Fun game. Yeah, that's a great one. So I recommend that one just for fun. Let's see how this one scored out on the on Lemon. I think they probably did. I bet they probably killed it, even though they shouldn't. So let me see here. Good Lord, I must have about through a conniption fit there. Sly. Here we go. Okay, 6.39 on Lemon. That's not bad. And the magazine scores were real low. 52%. What the hell happened there, man? Hervé Villachez. That's right, Leroy. He was in that. He played Knick Knack. He was great in that. I think, is that the one that had Plenty O'Toole in it as well? Gotta love the Bond baloney. All right, we're moving down the line here. It's getting dark out there, folks. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. Here's one you probably haven't heard of, but maybe you have. It's called Black Tiger. Ooh. Another Capcom joint. I do remember seeing this in the arcade. Let's give this one a whirl. Everyone, Herbie Village was tough to get along with, unfortunately. But that's the way it goes. Although Maltuban could pull it off after a while. All right, here we go. This is me playing. Right away, you can see how washed out this looks. I'll tell you what, I've got weapons, though. That's for sure. All right. I don't know if I saw this game in the arcade, but I don't know if I ever actually attempted to play it. This is up for jump. Can I get into this thing? I guess not. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, you can climb those, and probably should. Okay. It's gonna be one of those games, is it? Oh, shoot. They didn't go with the sound effects and went with the music, and we went with the sound effects here. Dave, you're an old hand at a lot of these games. Dave, one of the few people that's somewhere in my ballpark of age. Actually, I don't know how old you are, Dave. I just assumed. Because you have a wise elder feel to you. Maybe that's what it is. $34? You've got to be joking. Dave, stop yanking my chain, man. If Dave's 34, I'm 27. By the way, oh, here you go. Oh, thank you. Since Dave's in here, I mean, yeah, Flack's in here. We should probably plug everyone that's in here. We got a lot of people in here. We could start with Pixels and Dawn, who runs a couple great magazines you may have heard of. Pixel Addict, Amiga Addict. They're killing it with these addicts. In West Virginia, our addicts aren't as fun as the ones over there. So check out his magazines. Of course, Dave Velociraptor is holding down the fort over at This Week in Retro, along with the Gema and the new guy. What's the new guy's name, Dave? I can't remember. He looks like a Mirror Neil, even though he's sort of like, he looks like an evil version of Neil, which I kind of like that. He even sounds sort of evil. I'm digging it, man. Every Saturday morning, they're keeping it real over there. And of course, everyone knows about Flack. You don't know Flack, Sprite Castle. A lot of good shows there. I don't know if Adam's still here, but Adam runs Commodore Chronicles. You've got your Commodore Chronicles family of shows. They're all a lot of fun, including Commodore Chronicles. He's got a NES Advantage show, a DOS show, a Tandy, Find Tandy, which is a fun show. Check him out. Adam sort of does what I do, and Brent and Bo. We sort of picks out subjects that he likes and just make shows. Oh, he's got a breakfast cereal show, too. I guess that one's still going on. That explains a lot. Of course, that guy's American. There's also that, so you know he's evil. You've heard about how we are. Oh, God! Oh, I guess I meant to do that. I don't know how to feel about this game. Oh, crap! Yeah. Ah! Yeah, Adam has a show, a breakfast cereal show. In fact, not to toot my own horn, but he originally made it. His intent was to make it for the Pod Jam last year that we held, but he didn't make it, so he ended up making it after the fact. What do you guys think of this? Any thoughts on this one? You like it? I mean, its frame rate is low. The graphics are muddy. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's not. The controls are the frame rate makes controls difficult. Oh, geez. Yeah, so there you go. I'm going to pass on continuing with the Black Tiger. Not bad. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's not the best. Let's see how they thought about this one. So Black Tiger, oh, another 4.14. You know, when they don't like your game at Lemon, they put a little pile of poo beside the score, and I've seen a lot of poo tonight. This was coded by looks like here, coded Graham Lilly. So this was just like a guy. And he did some decent stuff, too. Legends of Valor, Dragons of Flame. So this could be one where he was under the gun. You never know. You never know. Thank you, Brock. Yeah, I've learned you don't need to see the face, and you're okay. All right. Let's keep the ball rolling here. Gosh, we're an hour and 47 minutes in. Let me see how many we got left here. We've made good progress here. Oh, man. Here's another one I've been putting off. Time to go back to the Sega well for this one, everybody. This one I've played before, and I don't remember liking it. It's called Galaxy Force 2. Electric Boogaloo. Galaxy Force 2. So you don't agree, Dave. You think Black Tiger's a big winner. Is the ST port better than the Amiga port, Dave? I know what your answer will be, but... All right, Galaxy Force 2. This was an ambitious title in the arcade. Probably a little bit too ambitious for the old Amiga. But you never know. Maybe I'm misremembering it. It's actually double awesome. Let's see here. Let's see what the Lemon says about this one. Okay, let's fire this thing up. It's got a lot of people that worked on it. Oh, okay. Okay. Anytime there's a self-destruct button. Let's stick with the first one here. Oh, man, I'm having power drift flashbacks here. Yeah. Yeah, the arcade version of this is pretty impressive looking. Power up! Listen, it's not great. However, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. How about that? It doesn't... Oh, God! Penetrate Fortress! Oh, 3D, everybody. Look at that. I'm going to penetrate the heck out of this thing. Look, the stuff locks on. This is like playing a Laserdisc game, a real bad one. That's what it reminds me of. You've sort of got control. God! Oh, couldn't quite make that turn. Oh! Oh, no! Please let me continue. Oh, no! What? Let's try that again. I'm gonna pick another planet this time. Let's try the fire planet. Fire. Yeah. It's like Solaris. Oh. Except worse. Oh. That's pretty cool. See, when you lock this stuff up, it sort of automatically missiles it for you. All you have to do is sort of get the front of your ship over this stuff. Oh, here we go. Listen. Come on, Brock. You know, I was on Adam's stream last night, and there was a guy in there just killing the Amiga. And for coin-op converts. He's like, listen, the C64, he said, it crushes the Amiga when it comes to coin-op conversions. I was sitting there taking all this guff about my beloved Amiga. I was like, dadgummit, I'll show him. And then I couldn't think of any really good coin-op conversions because I've been doing so many of these shows that I just sat there. I had no answer for him. What? I can see the exit. What'd you think of that one, y'all? Let's try one more planet. I can't help myself. It's sort of amazing. Let's have scene 4. Where'd scene 4 go? Yeah, no, yeah, that's it. Scene 4. Where'd it go? I wonder if these are easier or harder. Here we go. They ramped up the speed here. By the way, I do recommend you try this in the arcade. The arcade version is real impressive looking. I mean, is it your type of game? Your mileage may vary, but I thought it was a neat looking game. And these guys have a lot of flat. What is that? It's like they had a glitch and just like, leave it in. Your ship looks like if someone had an X-Wing, but they had like a Doom Buggy kit, you know, like the old Volkswagen. That's what it reminds me of. It's like, let's jakey up an X-Wing. Let's see if I can finally penetrate this sucker. Oh, I wonder how I just noticed that throttle there. That's not bad. I mean, it's not good. It's not good. Let's see what the people at Limit, they gave it a 5.13. Yeah, this came out in like 89, too, so this is a pretty advanced game. The magazine's not so kind on this one. 64% on that one. They can't all be winners. All right, now wait a minute here. Here's a game that a lot of people don't know is an arcade game, but it does have its fans. It's Indy Heat. Indy Heat. Who's played this one? Indy Heat is from that long line of, like, Run Around the Track game. Me and Bo covered this maybe last summer on the show. I didn't know this was an arcade game until I did that show. I was like, oh, I'll be darned. This one's from 92, by the way. Let's give this one a whirl. I'll turn that music down a smidge. It's got good tunes, though. I like the music. Yeah. Live and learn, Dave. That's what I'm here for, man. Let's see here. Press fire to play. I want to play now. I'll enter name. Oh, do I have to... What am I doing here? Oh, I'm choosing my racer. I got the bottom cut off. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. We can fix it. Oh, that's supposed to be an NTSC. Well, we'll have to deal with it. I don't think it's going to matter. Here we go. Prepare to race. I'm ready. Oh, it looks like I put in a non-human accidentally. Good. So I am red. So if you've ever played Iron Man Stewart's Off-Road, this should be familiar to you. It's the same basic bear in indie format. I remember listening to, I believe it was, I'm trying to think of the name of the show. But they devised a gimmick where you could bring your you could kill your team, the other team's pit crew with your car, as I recall. And so you can actually do that. See, my car's all jacked up, so I got a pit. Look how beat down it is from all my many wrecks. Yeah, exactly, Dave. The ST has a decent version of Super Sprint, as I recall. Here come my guys. Now, if I go through here, see, I just killed his pit crew. You sort of stun them. It says 8 laps at Mount Stars. Because blaps would just be silly. By the way, you do have turbo in this. If you hit up. I don't know where I fared there. It's a pretty decent little game. Let's see when this came out in the arcade. I'm kind of wondering that myself. Yeah, it was called Dave Sullivan's Indy Heat. It came out in the arcade in 1991, and then was home by 92. In the arcade, there's 14 tracks. So, just an FYI. Let's try one more. CPU's choices here. Good night, Soup. Have a good weekend, man. Soup's a good guy. Hit escape to race. Okay. There we go. It worked. And we're off. We've all damaged our cars severely. Of course, you got a new track here. I'm going to go ahead and just not even... I'm just going to roll through the... I wonder if that counts as a lap when you do that. It sort of sucks your car onto the... You've got to let your pit crew do work. You notice that I just kind of slammed right through them, so I don't think I got my car fully repaired. If you hit up on the joystick, you get your turbo. If you think Iron Man Stewart is too slow for you, or you don't like all the jumping and stuff, this is a nice alternative. But I never hear this one brought up in the Amiga world of overhead racing games. And I think this is a good quality game. I mean, it's simple. It's as simple as it gets, you know. But it's fun. Plus, you've got multiple players. I don't know if you could have 4, but you could certainly have... I'm pretty sure you could have 3. So, yeah, you can also push guys out of the pit. There you go. So, Indy Heat. I think it's a winner. Personally, let's see what the people yes, the people over at Lemon gave that an 8.02. So, high praise. Magazine rating 75%. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's a winner. I believe Indy Heat was also out on the ST. Dave, you can help me out here on that one. Let's try. Here's one I didn't know made the trip down to the Amiga, and probably it didn't need to, but by God, we're gonna try it. We're gonna get through these. This one's called NARC. Don't be a NARC, everybody. This is the Atari. I think this is wait, was this Midway? This was a Midway joint. I believe this was their initial entry into the digitized person genre that ultimately spawned your Mortal Kombats and whatnot, as I recall. Your mileage may vary on that. Interesting theme song there. 2-player simultaneous support on this. The NARC 2000 mobile scanner. Look at this guy. That guy could be me. Man, there's a lot of freaks in this town. Get off me, pooch. Oh, God. How do you shoot these geeks? This looked, when this, I remember seeing this. By the way, it's funny, I've owned a NARC, but it was just a cabinet. The NARC part of it was long gone. When I got it, it was being used for a MAME or something. Man, how do you, oh, you gotta duck down. I forgot about that. These dogs are relentless. But this game was an impressive game. The actual cabinet itself was goofy looking. Like, see, you don't kill the dogs; they just turn into puppies. It's funny how that works. We're gonna go in squat mode. You can also arrest these guys, as if you just run over them. I believe, like they just arrest them. God, get off me. These dogs humping me to death. Now, I'm sure this is Midway. And like I said, I'm pretty sure this is where the very first time they used their digitization technology. This game was popular, though. I mean, to be honest, it was more popular than I thought it was, but people loved it. It was apparently quite an earner back in the day. God, dare we? And it was real rugged. The arcade version, I would say it's a pretty adult. You know, it doesn't translate well to the home. I mean, I would not call this a good game in the arcade even. I never liked it that much. I never played it that much because I thought it was too hard. But it was also just kind of a sleazy-looking game. It's very sleazy. It's killing me trying to figure out how to duck down. I got to figure this out. There's got to be some way to do it. I did it before. Yeah, noob, exactly. It's one of those, you know. But of course, the bigger culprit was yet to come when in Mortal Kombat when it got released. Someone could double check my math on that, but I'm pretty sure this is the first game that Midway used the digitizing technology on. Man, these dogs. And the thing is, you have to duck to kill them, and I can't get my guy to duck. God. Do not stand up, sir. We've got to... No! Oh, God. All right. That was NARC, everybody. Let's look NARC up real quick and make sure I'm not an idiot. Yeah, here we go. NARC. Yeah, Bally. This is Bally Williams. Designed by Eugene Jarvis, who did Robotron, among others. This was 1988. 2-player simultaneous. Yeah, this is the first arcade game to use the Texas Instruments TMS 3410 or 34010, a 32-bit processor with a graphic-oriented instruction set that was later used in the Smash TV, Mortal Kombat, NBA Jam. We used to own Mortal Kombat and NBA Jam, and the boards were massive on these, man. What's up, Laserdisc? It's been a while. It's good to see you. But let's see how the Spirit on Lemon, he guesses. 4.67. Not good. And the magazine ratings on this one, a paltry 5 out of 10, 50%. All right. Let's see what we got left here. We are getting down into the real duds. Man, I'm looking some of these over. Oh, man. How much time do we have? We've got, I'm going to go. I'm going to just go a little long tonight. Yeah, I understand if you can't stick with it, if you've had enough. But I'm going to clear the docket here with this one. Here's one that was in the arcade. I never played that much, but I did see it. It's called Joe and Mac Caveman Ninjas. I was surprised this had a port as well. It's funny, you'd think they would only port like the big hits. And I don't remember Joe and Mac Caveman Ninjas being a big hit, but I could be wrong. Oh, man. You're not... I dig it, Laserdisc. I understand, man. See you later, Dave. Thanks for popping in. Looking forward to seeing you on the show. Let's see here. We'll just... Man, manual protection. Are you kidding me with this? Let's go. Get me in there, man. Really? So the DOS port of this is pretty good? No worries, Dave. Are you kidding me with this? Oh, yes. Well, that's a bummer, Dave. We'll look for you next week, though, man. So here we are. It's Caveman Ninja. Man, you think there'd be some cool music or something pumping out of this thing? Nothing. Let's see what the options are. Okay. I'm trying to see what the... I guess this is what you... Okay, let's go with that. The old yellow line, the thin yellow line. Here we go. I don't think I've ever played this game. I'm going to ponder that, laser disc. Oh, man. This does have a jump button mapped. Okay, so can we hit anything? That's like Bart Simpson. I'll tell you what, for a ninja, this guy moves real slow. This is another washed out special. I'll tell you what, when I do my caveman retrospective, though, this one will be in. Although, I think bonk is the high water mark. Good God. Oh. Get me out of here. No? Oh, Christ. What's he spitting at me? What's up, Billy? Well, we know why. Because that's what everyone had and used, unfortunately. This is one of the downsides of, I mean, in my opinion, this is one of the bad signs for coming from like the C64. Because the joysticks all were the same, so people were used to using that one button stick. They never really made a play to get the extra buttons in until it was too late. Extra buttons would have done the Amiga a world of good. They certainly help. They certainly help out when it comes to the WHD loads and whatnot. I will say the mother of all caveman games is Caveman Olympics, which I did play on ARG. If you haven't seen ARG, give that one a whirl sometime. If you like a real eclectic blend of stuff. Man, this guy's tough to hurt. Is he getting his health back? Maybe I can follow him over. I'm going to try that. Oh, God. So I can shoot his... oh, I can jump and hit him. I'm not even sure if I'm hurting him. It's making a little noise. It's like he's... Maybe they had to go in his mouth. Ow. Did that say bonk? Oh, you gotta bop him in the nose? God. Honestly, I'm hitting him in the nose, face, mouth. What am I doing wrong here? And apparently I'm getting hurt, but I got a ton of life. I mean, jeez, I mean, right there. Oh, God. What's with the egg? Oh, I guess something I should have grabbed. Oh, it was chicken. Hey, what's up, Ween? We are playing tonight. We are finishing up a series I've been doing on coin-op conversions that were, you know, that didn't get a lot of play. You don't hear much about. They flew under the radar. Now, I'm not saying these are good conversions, but if you're good at this game, why don't you tell me how to beat this guy? Because I'm having zero success, and I've been trying to beat him for like 10 minutes. Oh, God. I'm not having any luck. I'm fixing to give up, ladies and gentlemen. God knows I've tried. He's shooting, he's actually shooting people at me, too. People that are rolling out at me. Let's go down here. Maybe that's the key. Maybe when he opens his jaw real wide. I can't tell if his hit points are at the... Is that his hit points at the bottom? Holy smokes! Okay. I heard him there. Did I hit him in the throat? You saw it. It did hurt him there. Maybe I have to hit him with the club. God. See, it must be... Maybe I have to club him. We will never know. Someone can do it and report back. That is some weird game. So that is Joe Mac Caveman Ninja. Lemon gives this a 5.73, so it's middle of the road. The magazine rating is about the same, 58%. I'm going to see when this came out, because I remember seeing this in the arcade, but I don't remember ever trying it. Yeah, this was out in 91, so you're getting late. You were getting late in the day on this one. We got a few more of these left here. Oh, man, I've been doing this one off. This was I think was a pretty decent arcade machine, but, man, I don't remember liking this much on the Amiga, but it's been a while since I played it. This is Rolling Thunder. Let's see what year this came out. So this one, let's see here. Hold on a second here. Looks like 86. Is that right? Let's look here. Yeah, 1986 in the arcade. So pretty early one. That's in Japan. And we didn't get it over here until 87. So it took a little while to make it down here. I'm not optimistic. U.S. Gold. So one thing this had was sort of fluid characters in it. My God. Right out of the gate. I'm a big elevator action fan, as many of you know. Let's see if I can figure out how to jump. I love these guys in the purple hoods. I think they overdid it on the explosion noise. Okay, let's try to figure out how to make this sucker. Okay, so we've actually got a jump button that's been put in by the WHD people. Thank you for that. Oh God. Should be able to jump up over that rail. Yeah, I would wager. And by the way, here's another one of those games that's guilty of the old. Our logo takes up a third of the screen. This was wearing thin on the 16 bits. This is a pet peeve of mine. At least on the other ones, I can sort of understand it, you know, because you have limited systems. But this is the Amiga. You can't tell me that the Amiga. By the way, I got up there without actually even hitting up or hitting the joystick. Yeah, this is sort of I think this one is known. A lot of people probably don't know this is an arcade port. Maybe they do. I didn't see this one all that much in the arcades and near me. But I did see it at least. Maybe I saw it on Starcade or something back in the day. But it's not a great game in the arcade. But it's still better than this. It does have, I guess, what you could consider music and sound effects, so it's got that going for it. I've never had any luck at this game on the home version here either. Look at that. No, get back up there. Yeah, great. Something tells me I wouldn't have loved it. I get the feeling. So, Rolling Thunder. I would roll right past Rolling Thunder if I were you. In case you're wondering how Rolling Thunder performed, I know this one was murdered on Lemon, but just for the sake of completionists, this got a 3.93 with a little pile of poo beside it. And the magazines, astoundingly, gave this an 84%. So I'm looking at who reviewed this. They should be taken out and beaten. That is way too high. Let's see what we've got left here, everybody. Just a couple here that we haven't tried yet. So we're almost done. Gosh, we've almost made it through the list here. You know, I remember liking this one, I think. So we're going to give this one a whirl. It's called Space Gun. As opposed to Love Gun from Kiss. Let me look this one up while we're waiting. Hey, I noticed that Lemon is looking for PayPal donations. Lemon Amiga. Boy, if you were ever going to donate to anything that revolved around your hobby, Lemon Amiga would be an excellent choice. I gotta throw these guys a couple bucks because I use their stuff like every day. So I just noticed this. If you're a fan of Lemon, if you get any use out of it, if you got a couple bucks floating around, it'd be a good place to good place to stick some money. Let me look up the arcade version of this. Yeah, here we go. So a lot of people probably didn't know this one came out in the arcades. So the Tato. Came out in the arcades in 90. Let's give this one a whirl. I remember not hating this. That's the best I could say. Okay. Yeah, we're going to use the mouse on this, I think. Let me see here. How do I move up and down? With the keyboard, perchance? No. Okay, how do I start the game? Okay, let's figure it out. Oh, I started something. Oh, man. You're telling me. All right, we got mouse. Oh, I've got 2 players loaded up here, so. As far as it looks okay. I mean, it's difficult, of course. They always like this. I wish your reticle was a little larger, that's for sure. Man, these guys are tough. You've got a left mouse button that will do a super move. Man, would you die? You'd think if you took somebody's arm, they went in the door. There we go. Creepy, man. Oh, face huggers. See, your reticle gets lost in there. These guys are good at getting just out of the way. God. You're right. The second player barely got touched at all. Well, while we're here. Oh! There you go. You might be right, man. No, not a fatal wound. I don't think that's that bad, if I'm honest. Let's try to see if we can get it to work in single-player mode here. We hit the button on the joystick and see how it goes. This stick might work okay for this game. That's a cool graphic right there. I like that. Still not sure how I started the game. Spacebar, but I think that was what started a 2-player game. Well, screw it. Alright, so it looks like I am a 1-player. That's good. Here we go. I like the radar at the bottom. Let's see if it actually makes a difference. Oh, yeah, there are a lot less guys. That guy took a ton of damage. This might be fun to put the old, put on the old emulator with the actual light gun and give a whirl. The arcade version, I mean. I don't know if it's any reason to rig up the Amiga version and do that. The reticle, that needs work. Hey, Mr. Cola. What's a good word, Cola? We are playing games. In fact, you're catching the tail end of the third part of a three-part series where we look at the overlooked games, the overlooked coin-op conversions to the Amiga. And let me tell you, for the most part, I'd say at least half these should have stayed overlooked. But at least we drug them out in the light. There you go. Space Gun. It's not the worst. That's high praise on this show. It gets 5.75 on the old lemon. Their magazines are a little kinder at 73%. Not too bad. Not too bad. We only got a couple left here. By God, we're going to get to them. Here's another one I didn't know got an Amiga release from the arcade. It's just Total Carnage. AGA. So you know it's gold. Eat your heart out, John Bodekar-Schaller. There's a non-AGA version as well, apparently. Oh, man. That score doesn't look too good. Let's see when this came out in the arcade. 1992. When you get to this era, it's difficult. Yeah. See you later, Happy. It's about 5 in the morning, probably where Happy's at. Get some rest, dude. Just another midway joint here. Eugene Jarvis back again. Look at this. He yoinked her. Let's give this a whirl. Let's see here. Oh, I like that. At least you get a 2-button pad. Okay. Give us a whirl here. Yeah, you got that right, Laser. Oh, I was close, Happy. All right. Oh, I see what we've got here. This is the, is this some kind of sequel to Smash TV? Oh, God. I don't know what the 2 buttons are doing. This right here, you definitely don't have the control set up to make this work. I can't even get a... One thing that already out of the gate, Total Carnage here, one thing Smash TV's got is it's funny. You know what I mean? That's a big part of it. Like, it's got a lot of panache. Here we go. Although this is playing, you know, okay. Wish that lasted longer. Of course, you also, if you look at this from another perspective, you're basically shooting the same guys over and over and over on a bleak background with no music. There's no big money, big prizes. You know, good luck, you'll need it. None of that stuff. I don't think this was a big hit in the arcade either. Smash TV has... listen, I did enjoy Smash TV for what it was.
Over here!
Oh, God. I don't know if we're supposed to fight this thing. I don't know. I'll never know. That's sort of disappointing. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember ever playing this in the arcade. Yeah, exactly, Cola. That's the good stuff right there. Good luck. And he looks at the 2 chicks' boobs. He's like, you'll need it. I'm sure everyone here has heard of, if not seen, The Running Man. Which, if you haven't seen it, Richard Dawson is the game show host, and he is outstanding. He was the host of a Family Feud in America for years and years and years. He was a perfect smarmy jerk to play. I think his name was Killian in that movie. That movie's a guilty pleasure. If you haven't seen it, Schwarzenegger and Running Man. I mean, it's ludicrous. A ludicrous film. I love it. I can't help. I'm going to give this one more quick shot. Maybe I understand. I wonder what... So, I guess you could play... I was wondering if they had more options, I guess, is, you know, but they don't. They don't have more options. Oh, yeah. And one thing Richard Dawson used to do on that show is anytime they had female contestants, he would always smooch them. And they loved it. Like that. They were all over Richard Dawson. He was quite the ladies' man. I think he's Australian. He was in, if you ever watched Hogan's Heroes, he was in Hogan's Heroes. That was sort of his, and he was also in like some war movies. So like he was a movie star who also did, but he also did the TV show. He did that all. He did Family Feud. He was good at Family Feud. Let's play the feud. He had the right attitude for it. I don't understand what that weapon does. I don't like the fact that you have to clear the screens either to move on. That doesn't seem right for a game where you're like outside. It's one thing if you're inside rooms, but it's a weird thing to. But it looks like the Amiga version has have 2 simultaneous players. That's nice. Are these mines? I'm afraid to touch them. Let's free these noodle heads here. Let me see if I can free these guys and actually get some damage on this thing. Oh, I can hurt it there. Here we go. Oh! Hey, at least I killed it, though, finally. Not that bad. I never really liked game shows all that much, but... Oh, you gotta blow up the whole thing. That is total carnage. Does support rapid fire. Whoa! Didn't expect that. Let's get that money. Man, the sound effects in this are pretty... Oh, there's the guy. He's still here. Why? He should talk more. We need more of him. This looks like the prequel to Smash TV instead of the sequel. Like, this seems like the lesser of the games to me. Like, the weapons are lamer. Like, the bad guys, like, where are the cool bad guys? You know, like the guys that come out and explode, or the guys that look like, toy soldiers. Like, why am I dying? Alright, moving on. Total Carnage. Not my favorite. Let's see the people at Lemon give this a 4.5. Not impressed. Looks like there's get the improved and updated 2019 version of this, it says. That may be something to look for. Average magazine rating on this was 35%. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay, dude. Thanks for coming in, Cola. All right. We're in the home stretch, everybody. I believe we have one. We've got 2 games left. One of them is a game I remember seeing the arcades back in the day and not being overly impressed with it, but I hear people talk about it. It's called Vigilante. I think this is more popular over in Europe than it was here, but I could be wrong. Don't think I've ever played this on the Amiga. I'm sure it's gold. Arcade. Here we go. 1988. Gosh, that's easy. I remember this. I remember thinking it was earlier than that. So let's find out. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, we got to get through them, Flack. There will be no 4th part of this. Joystick left to start. Weird. Okay, they threw a little tiny girl. They've taken Madonna hostage. What the hell? Oh, my God. I need to move. I can't move. I can't move. Can you not move in the game? So it's like, this is like Kung Fu. It's like Kung Fu Master. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting this. He's not as fast as the Kung Fu Master. These guys are a lot tougher than the geeks in Kung Fu Master. Man, you could not... A turtle is faster than this guy. Oh my god. See, like, what was that guy up to? I'm sorry to put you through this laser disc. You tuned in on a rough night. But by God, we're taking one for the team here. I promise you, if I cannot move any faster than this. Yeah. Oh, man. The thing, what makes me sad is like there could have been a game here. Oh. Oh my god. That stinks, everybody. That's a dud right there. That is a dud. All the way from Japan to your Amiga. That was horrible. From 88. Let's see what... this has to be 3.47 on Lemon. And a 69% score overall. My god. I'm going to try the arcade version of that because I do love Kung Fu Master. But that I don't love. Oh my god. Horrible. Now you can see why I've been saving these. So, as I look over my list, I have one game left out of all these games. I think there were 24 games. And the last game on my list that I've been putting off is Xybots. Xybots. It's another game I saw in the arcade, but never ever played Xybots. Let's look it up on Lemon here. And let's look up the arcade version. Anybody play Xybots? This is from 87 Atari. This is in the same type of... It's the same sort of arcade machine that NARC was in. This kind of that weird pedestal machine that is... Man, it's heavy. I like Devil's Temple pretty good. Well, you know, I'm a slave to a gimmick, a laser. All right, here we go. I have no idea what this is. Let's give this a whirl. Oh, look at that, 3D. There it goes. I trust Atari. They won't screw me. Oh, man. Look, there's money up there. Listen, this is already leagues better than the last game. I like the map. Oh, you can actually turn. Okay. This is one of those games where they were attempting something that was technologically not possible at the time. They were giving it a shot. You know, they're trying to do a 3D game in their own way. Okay. Oh, I'm in the shop. Okay. Slow energy loss. Guard mapper. Let's get both. Okay. You had to... Oh, my God. Look at this guy. You have to get used to sort of like manipulating the way you move. It's different. Man, he's got a heck of a shot on him. Okay, this is not bad. I don't hate this. Compared to some of the stuff tonight, this thing's like $1 million. You hold the button down and then point the joystick toward the direction you want to face. Oh, shoot, I wasn't looking. Did I have to start over? Oh, no, okay. You have to start the level over. See, that guy was so far away I couldn't even see him. That actually works surprisingly well. That's actually quite an effective way to go. That was an accident there. There should be something over here. There he is. I think I can make it, though. Okay, so we need to turn. I knew it. Got him. Whew. Let's see. Energy limit up. Okay. Listen, if we're going to go out on one, this is not bad at all. This is not bad. We're going to try to scooch. So we know there's a guy over here. Did I get him? No. And they're giving you different types of robots, which is fun. Whoa. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by God, there it is. I think that was 24 games tonight that we went through. And we put the biscuit in the barrel on that. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And some of you hardcore suckers that stuck around for almost 3 hours of nonstop action here. And I appreciate your attention. We'll be back on Sunday, myself and the Brent. We're going to be playing ARG Presents racing games that don't have a vehicle. Will be the topic of the show Sunday. It should be a lot of fun. I hope everybody has a nice weekend. We'll catch you guys on the flip side next time around for the disaster stream. Again, thank you very much, everybody. Have a nice weekend. Until next time, be seeing you.